When you feel like nothing excites you, when you feel trapped, when you feel exhausted and burnt out constantly, when you feel like you're in a prison of your own making, here's the cold hard truth. It's not life punishing you. It's actually your habits, your mindset, and the patterns that you found yourself trapped in. In this video, I'm going to show you how to break this cycle and how to finally feel in control of your life again. Now, if you are serious about getting unstuck from this survival mode, let me help you. Book a free discovery call with me. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment down below. So, by the end of this video, I want you to know how to escape the victim loop. Then I want you to rebuild mental clarity and direction and finally feel in charge of your life again, not trapped in your life. Now, I've been there, seen it, done it, got the t-shirt. I know what it is like to go down this path. I know what it's like to feel like in a prison of your own making. And don't get me wrong, you've got all of the reasons why. Well, I'm not making enough money. I can't get a date. My health isn't great. Well, I hate where I live. Every day feels the same. Just recently, not long ago, about 14 months in a row, especially in my working career, everything felt the same. No matter what I did, I was stuck. And I was excusing myself. I was gaslighting myself. And I've had many times of doing this before. But when I broke the cycle, when I stepped out of my comfort zone, when I took a risk into something that wasn't that scary, everything changed for me. I'm not exaggerating. I don't BS on this channel. That's all that's holding you back. That prison, those bars, those feelings that you can't escape are ones of our own making. And sadly, we will gravitate towards people who feel the same, who will gaslight us and keep us stuck as well. And also, we'll even find content online that will encourage us to stay in this prison. Our life is a punishment. I can't catch a break, whatever. But then one phone call, one different shift, one perspective change, one different action changes everything. I recently worked with a client called James. He felt completely stuck and he had a lot going for him in his life. But for 5 years, he couldn't break the cycles. He was stuck in the same format, the same lifestyle. And he tried, although he thought he tried everything. After changing his morning routine, after giving him direction with no bullshit, saying it as it is, after showing him where he was going wrong and how he needed to go right, within 2 weeks, he said, for the first time in years, I'm not dreading my day. I look forward to my work. I'm moving in the right direction. That's what I want for you. So whether we work together or not, you can get this value from this video. So we need to stop romanticizing struggle. You're not strong because you suffer in silence. You're stuck. This is a very common habit and very common pattern as well. So the habit is, well, I'm going through hell. We romanticize the depression. We romanticize how hard done by we are. And then obviously we speak about it constantly, vent, moan and complain to those who can be bothered to hear it, assuming and believing that they genuinely give a damn what we say, when anything, they're actually enjoying our struggle. So I did this as well. Oh, woe is me. I can't find a girlfriend. For years I was like that. Nobody gave a damn. Oh, woe is me. I can't progress in my business. Nobody gave a damn. Oh, I can't lose weight. Can't do this, whatever. We must stop this, because the more we romanticize the struggle, the more we, get ourselves turned on unconsciously by being in this predicament, the more we're stuck. Because then when tomorrow comes, by the moment we wake up, the moment we have our coffee or start our day, whatever we do, we've already written the day off. Well, it's going to take years to turn this around. Well, I'm not going to see immediate change. Well, I might as well just carry on. And you could be kidding yourself in the gym. You could be working really hard towards a really important goal. But because you're not getting that immediate satisfaction and result straight away, boom, you've written it off. And therefore, the bars come up, you lock the door, you throw away the key, and you're in that prison again. Strength is actually not about being strong enough to suffer. not about being strong enough to endure, not about just going through the motions. If anything, it's about doing something about it. So start small, one win at a time, then stack them. With James, he was stuck because he hated his job. He hated where he was going in his life. And I said to him, what would you really want to do, man? And he said, I want to quit this job and start my own business. I want to be a consultant. I've got all the expertise. Financially, I can do it. We laid down the foundations. He wasn't going to do it in 24 hours. And he's the happiest he's ever been. But no one had the guts or the balls to tell him that. I did. That's what I do. But that's the thing with me as well. 14 months, I was stuck in the same predicament, doing the same old thing, just plodding along all the time, constantly like that. I thought I was going somewhere, but I was burning myself out, killing myself in the process, and stuck. And what did I do about it? I did something differently. And if you really want to know what it was about this YouTube channel. I've romanticized about big numbers, big subscribers. I want my message to reach people all around the world. But despite showing up every day and doing the work, I wasn't growing, I was stagnating, and I was failing. Everything changed for me when I finally bought a camera, some lights, a better microphone, and spoke like this. Everything changed. And for years, I was stuck, assuming I couldn't show my face. One small win at a time. One thing after the other. One foot in front of the other. I'm in the process of losing weight at the moment and trying to get fit and healthier. Much more than I've ever been before in my life. It's not going to happen overnight. We need to stop romanticizing the struggle and once again realize strength is doing something about it. Now we need to reset the narrative that's going on in our heads. You keep replaying failure, disappointment, and shame. And that is actually far easier than the opposite. Now this isn't, think happy thoughts constantly, cross your fingers and hope for the best, law of attraction, all that bullshit. No, we don't do that here on this channel. But it's the narrative. So, with me, my narrative is, and was in that 40-month period of stagnation and feeling stuck, a prison of my own making, I'm never going to grow on YouTube. I'm never going to get my views back up. I'm not going to get the right clients anymore. I'm not going to really go to that next level. And for 14 months, I didn't. All because of that narrative. That narrative constantly. I've failed. It's not working. It's not happening. Might as well write it off. But then, when you notice that, and when you're being held accountable, it's a different story. I'm very fortunate. My fiance holds me accountable. I hold her accountable as well. So when she was constantly asking me and saying to me, are you going to go to that next level? Are you going to grow? And she was seeing the stagnation. She stopped asking me. We went to bed that night. I'll never forget it. And she never asked me how the stats were doing, how was business, how my other business was doing. Nothing. She thought, well, it's flatlined for so long, nothing's going to change. And that's when I caught the script, reframed it as well. So I said, okay, I'm working, but I'm not working the right way. What can I do differently? Well, I've tried everything else. Why not show my face? Why not show you who I really am? Why not show you Coach SCG rather than showing you a script, showing you other videos and so on? Why don't I talk to you as if we're sat in the same room? That was the difference. So you're not behind. You're just not aligned yet. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times. And he said, I never failed. I just found things that didn't work. That's the same with us as well. We've got to change that narrative. Every single time I've ever said to myself, it's hopeless, it's over, it's never going to happen, there's always been an alternative. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And even if you can't see it, something will happen by changing the narrative in our heads. We need to also simplify and rebuild from zero. Too many plates spinning and no sense of progress is the reason why we fail, is the reason why we crash and burn, is the reason why it always goes bloody wrong. But when we break it down and make it simple, everything gets better. So once again with my YouTube channel as well. What was I doing? Well, if you really must know, I was writing 3,000 words a day. I was producing videos every single day. I was researching, working, and I became a machine. I would come into work and I would just literally type away 3,000 words about a different topic. There was a lot of value. It was good, but it was very robotic. This is before AI. This is before all of that stuff to help you with it. I was doing it myself. And I couldn't even remember what I was writing about or talking about. I lost myself in the process. And I thought, well, hang on, I've got all the words, I've got all of this. This should be working. This should be getting, lots of views and so on. And then I broke it down and made it simple. I researched what I wanted to talk about, what I wanted to help people with, and I turned on the camera originally on my mobile phone before this camera, and I just spoke. Everything changed. Everything changed after that. So, strip it back. Focus on 3 things: movement, mindset, mission. And the rest is all noise. The movement of what can I do every day? The mindset, why am I doing it? And the mission. So the movement for me is researching, recording, and obviously coaching people. The mindset is, I'm enjoying this now. This is not burning me out. There's a purpose behind it. I'm working in a way that brings me joy and grows at the same time. And the mission is to help as much people as possible with no BS advice. Whether it's losing weight, whether it's detoxing, breaking an addiction, whatever it is, changing career, it's the same bloody thing. Now, lastly, survival isn't your final form. You've adapted to the chaos, but that's not peace. I've seen this with people many times, even in my personal life. They have become addicted and adapted to the chaos. They cannot enjoy a simple life. They cannot enjoy a walk down the street without being stressed out. They constantly fear something's going to go wrong because it has gone wrong, because they've lived chaotically before. But when you're in survival mode, when you're in fight or flight mode, constantly, no matter what you're doing, how you're approaching it, that's how it's going to be. There's no other way. But once you have a little taste, a little inkling of peace, of serenity, of calm, of real joy and happiness and fulfillment, there's no going back. And you start questioning everything. You don't need to end up in a hospital bed, God forbid, to have the wake-up call. You don't need to have serious health problems. You don't need to get fired. You need to realize that chaos and peace are your choice here. So stop normalizing burnout. You deserve a life that restores you, not just drains you. In that 14-month period where I was stuck in a prison of my own making, I hated working here. I hated doing it. And I dreaded it when I went on vacation. I'm about to go on vacation very soon. And yes, I'm also very tired because I've got a lot of things going on in my life as well. But I love what I do. It excites me. It turns me on. It's energetic and peaceful. And yes, it's busy and stressful, but that's life. But I'd rather be doing this than going back to a prison of my own making. So you weren't born to just survive and survive pain, misery and suffering. Instead, you are built to overcome it. And that's exactly what I've laid out in this video for you. Your life is not a punishment. It's the mindset, the habits, the decisions, the choices, the people even who are excusing all of this right now. Now, if you're done feeling punished by life and you want to build something stronger, let's work together, you and me. Let's do it. I've done it for James, myself, many other people have been there, seen it, done it. Book a free call with me. The link's in the description and pinned comment below. Only serious people who really want to get unstuck and want to do the work will do so. Everyone else, yeah, hopefully this video is enough for you. Remember, what are you listening to? What are you engaging with? Who are you speaking to? What narrative are you telling yourself? Don't write yourself off. This is life. Okay, it's never over yet. There's always a plan B. There's always alternatives. And here's the thing. When you go onto the other side, you will kick yourself and pinch yourself for saying, why the hell did I not get unstuck sooner?
Hey, I wanted to create this short video as a word of appreciation and a recommendation for SCG. His way of being and communicating is one of a human who listens with his whole heart, who understands the general problems that plague us as humans often, and can understand the uniqueness of the way that things are showing up for you too. I totally recommend, if you're reaching out, if you're looking into having somebody who can listen with understanding and help you kind of bring different perspectives to what you're dealing with. He's a man without judgment, but also with discernment in a cool and helpful way. I really appreciate you, SCG, and look forward to further conversations. And for sure, if you're thinking of coaching with him, try it out for sure. Reach out.
Hi everyone. I don't normally do this, but I felt compelled to do so. So after watching countless videos on YouTube regarding heartbreak, I noticed that they were all similar and just reiterated the same thing. You know, go to the gym, hang around with friends, find a hobby and all that other BS basically. And although, yeah, that's great advice, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the advice that I needed. That's when I came across SCG's videos, and straight away I felt drawn to this guy. You know, he's been through it and he's come out a new man, and I just felt I could relate to him, especially with his no bullshit approach. You know, so I thought I'd reach out to him because I'm currently myself in a dark place and I needed some direction regarding how to move on from a past relationship. SCG was great from the start. You know, he told me things I didn't want to hear but I needed to hear. And it's helped me find myself again and to move on from it all and to rebuild and to come out stronger. And the way I see it, you can't put a price on your health, especially your mental health. So if you're struggling too, especially with heartbreak, or just like I am, or anything else for that matter, then please reach out to SCG, book your free consultation, and I can assure you, you won't regret it.
Hi, my name's Tony. I had a session with SCG and I just think that it was very, very beneficial, and he helped me work through my structure and path moving forward. And I really think that if you're going through something similar or having some, separate issues, like maybe mindset issues, any of that, he could help you also.
I think I really enjoyed working with SCG, and I recommend people should work with him because I think he's great, and also I think that he's a great person as well, and his content's really good. So make sure you do your one-to-one sessions with him, and he'll help you. And he's very honest, and he's very empathetic, which is always good when someone is empathetic when they're helping you or something. And I wish him nothing but the best. And yeah, you should do your one-to-ones with him and make sure you book it.
This is my testimonial for my 1-hour life coaching session I had with SCG Show, who I found on YouTube. I'll be referring to the notes I have here to make sure I cover everything I want to say. I was sceptical at first as he's not the cheapest, but my concerns were immediately put to rest when he presented a step-by-step detailed breakdown of my new life plan for me to follow immediately after the call. I found SCG very relatable, non-judgmental, and his deep listening provided a safe space for me to open up with honesty. I won't lie, his direct no BS approach made me feel uncomfortable at times, but was absolutely necessary to reveal my blind spots that were holding me back to become the best version of myself. What I appreciate the most is how SCG tailored the session to my specific needs and goals. After questioning and analysing my unique background and story, I feel he over-delivered, proving his genuine passion for his clients. Regarding both my interpersonal and professional challenges, he provided insightful guidance that empowered me to take positive steps with a clear path forward in just one session. For this reason, it's easy for me to wholeheartedly recommend SCG to anyone looking to create lasting change in their life. Truly, thank you, SCG.